The secret to selling success. What the top 1% know. There's a secret most people never tell you about success. It's not in the books, the courses, or the flashy seminars. It's hidden in plain sight, just beneath the surface. And yet, so few know how to find it. Have you ever felt like you're missing something? Watching others close deals effortlessly while you're left struggling to make a single sale? The difference between them and you isn't luck. It's not charisma, and it's not chance. It's a secret, a hidden formula. One that, once unlocked, can turn you into the kind of person who doesn't just chase success, but attracts it. But here's the catch. You'll never be able to sell until you discover this for yourself. Stay with me, and by the end of this video, you'll see what the top 1% of salespeople know that the rest don't. And once you know it, your life, your career, and your results will never be the same. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Picture this. You're sitting across from a potential client, your meticulously crafted pitch deck open in front of you. You've got one shot at this. Your palms are sweating, your voice is trembling, and all you can think is, I need this sale. Sound familiar? This, my friends, is the kiss of death in the sales world. The moment you need them to buy, you've already lost. Most salespeople fall into this trap. They crave the sale so badly that it oozes out of their pores. And trust me, people can smell desperation a mile away. So, what's the solution? Stop focusing on the sale. Shift your focus from getting to giving. Instead of obsessing over what you can get, focus on what you can offer. How can your product help them overcome their challenges? Sales isn't about pushing your agenda. It's about understanding their needs. It's about building relationships, not closing transactions. Release the pressure of needing the sale, and your confidence will skyrocket. Connect on a deeper level, build genuine rapport, and present your product as a solution. And that, my friends, is when the magic happens. Let me introduce you to a concept that's about to change the way you approach sales forever: the law of averages. This, my friends, is the secret sauce, the magic formula, the not-so-secret weapon that separates the sales superstars from the wannabes. Think of it like this. Every time you pick up the phone, send an email, or walk into a meeting, you're planting a seed. Now, you wouldn't plant a seed and expect it to sprout into a towering oak tree overnight, would you? Of course not. Some seeds take time to germinate. Some might require a little extra care and attention. And yes, some might not sprout at all. Sales is no different. You're not going to close every deal. You're not going to hear yes every time. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. The law of averages tells us that the more seeds you plant, the more calls you make, the more emails you send, the more meetings you have, the more likely you are to reap a bountiful harvest of sales. It's a numbers game, plain and simple. The more you put yourself out there, the more you hone your craft, the more you learn from your mistakes, the higher your closing ratio will climb. Don't get discouraged by the no's. Embrace them. Each no is simply bringing you one step closer to a resounding yes. Here's a little secret that most sales gurus won't tell you. The real selling starts long before you ever utter the words. So, are you ready to sign? The top 1% of salespeople, the ones who seem to close deals effortlessly, understand the power of pre-indoctrination. Think of it like this. You wouldn't just throw a bunch of seeds on a patch of dry, cracked earth and expect them to flourish, would you? No, you'd prepare the soil. You'd nourish it, water it, and create the optimal conditions for growth. Pre-indoctrination is about preparing the soil for your sales pitch. It's about planting seeds of knowledge, trust, and value in the minds of your prospects long before you ever ask them to buy. How do you do this? By providing valuable, insightful, and engaging content, whether it's through blog posts, social media updates, videos, podcasts, or even casual conversations. You're positioning yourself as an authority in your field. You're educating your prospects, addressing their pain points, and demonstrating how your product or service can help them achieve their goals. When you consistently provide value up front without expecting anything in return, you're building trust and credibility. You're establishing rapport and positioning yourself as a trusted advisor rather than just another salesperson trying to make a quick buck. By the time you're ready to make your pitch, your prospects will already be pre-sold. They'll have seen the value you bring to the table, they'll trust your expertise, and they'll be eager to learn more about how you can help them. Building trust through value, the foundation of every sale. Let me tell you something that most salespeople never seem to grasp. Trust is the lifeblood of any successful sale. It's not about slick sales tactics, fancy presentations, or even having the best product on the market. It all boils down to one thing: trust. People buy from people they trust. Think about it. When you're making a purchase, especially a significant one, don't you feel more confident handing over your hard-earned money to someone you trust, someone who has proven their expertise, their integrity, and their genuine desire to help? So how do you build this trust? By becoming a source of value. Give away your knowledge freely. Share your insights, your experiences, your successes, and your failures. Provide valuable content that educates, inspires, and empowers your prospects. Don't hold back. The more value you give away up front, the more trust you'll build, and the more likely they are to reciprocate by investing in your product or service. Remember, people can smell a rat a mile away. If they sense that you're only interested in making a quick sale, they'll bolt faster than a cheetah on a caffeine bender. But if you genuinely care about their success, if you're willing to go above and beyond to provide value, they'll take notice. They'll see you as a partner, an ally, someone invested in their success. And that, my friends, is when the floodgates of trust open and the sales start pouring in. The yes trap. Why pushing too hard? Always backfires. You're pushing for the close, but the harder you push, the more resistance you encounter. It's like trying to squeeze a watermelon into a champagne flute. The harder you try, the messier it gets. This, my friends, is the dreaded yes trap. It's a seductive trap that snares countless salespeople, leaving them frustrated, demoralized, and empty-handed. Here's the brutal truth. When you push too hard for the yes, you're essentially waving a giant red flag in front of your prospect's face. You're signaling that you're more interested in closing the deal than you are in helping them. And that, my friends, is a surefire way to send them running for the hills. So, how do you avoid this trap? By mastering the art of the pull. Instead of pushing your agenda, pull your prospects towards the solution by asking insightful questions, actively listening to their needs, and guiding them to their own aha moment. Remember, people are far more likely to buy into something when they feel like they've arrived at the decision themselves. They want to feel in control, not manipulated or pressured. Instead of bombarding them with features and benefits, ask open-ended questions that encourage them to articulate their pain points, their goals, and their aspirations. Let them tell you what they need. Guide them through the decision-making process by highlighting how your product or service can help them overcome their challenges and achieve their desired outcomes. Mastering the art of the close. From push to effortless pull. Let's talk about the moment of truth. The close. This is where the rubber meets the road, where all your hard work, your preparation, and your relationship building culminate in that sweet, sweet sound of a closed deal. But here's the thing. Closing isn't about using high-pressure tactics, slick sales scripts, or Jedi mind tricks. In fact, the best closers make it look effortless. They understand that closing is simply the natural progression of a well-executed sales process. It's about guiding your prospect towards the finish line they already want to cross. So, how do you become a closing machine? It all boils down to asking the right questions. Not just any questions, mind you. We're talking about laser-focused questions that uncover your prospect's deepest desires, their unspoken fears, and their ultimate aspirations. When you ask the right questions, you're not pushing for the sale. You're pulling them towards it. You're helping them realize that your product or service isn't just something they need, it's something they want. Remember, people are motivated by two things: pleasure and pain. Your job is to identify their pain points and position your product or service as the solution that will alleviate their pain and lead them towards pleasure, whether that's increased revenue, reduced expenses, improved efficiency, or simply peace of mind. When you frame your questions in a way that taps into these core motivators, the close becomes a natural, organic part of the conversation. You've just uncovered the secrets to selling success, but knowledge alone won't change your life. It's what you do with it that matters. Apply these principles. Focus on understanding, provide value, embrace the law of averages, and guide your prospects. And watch as your results transform. Join a community of sellers dedicated to mastering their craft, and let's grow together. And don't hesitate to take the next step. Your next sale is closer than you think. Let me know in the comments below what you're taking away from this video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more tips to help you achieve financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.